What's up, Wrestling Zone 1 family? Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw just delivered one of the most shocking moments we've seen all year. Roman Reigns made an absolutely explosive return, and Bron Breakker, well, let's just say the big bad booty nephew just proved why he's the most dangerous man on the entire WWE roster right now. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell because we break down all the biggest moments in sports entertainment every single week. Let me paint the picture for you. We're coming off the heels of some absolutely chaotic weeks on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns was brutally attacked by Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed just a few weeks ago, and tonight's episode promised to address the fallout from that vicious assault. The wrestling world has been buzzing about Roman's status ever since that attack. The original tribal chief, the man who held the Universal Championship for 1,316 days, was left laying after one of the most brutal beatdowns we've seen in recent memory. But here's what makes Roman Reigns special: he doesn't stay down for long. Tonight's Raw opened with Paul Heyman in the ring, and you know when the wise man has a microphone, something big is about to go down. Heyman has been playing this chess game masterfully, aligning himself with different fact irons and superstars throughout 2025. Remember, at WrestleMania, Heyman betrayed Reigns and Centimeter Punk with a pair of savage low blows and aligned with Seth Rollins, completely changing the landscape of Monday Night Raw. But here's where things got absolutely insane. Just when it seemed like Heyman was about to drop another bombshell announcement, those iconic drums hit. You know the ones, they send chills down your spine every single time. The crowd erupted as Roman Reigns' entrance music thundered through the arena. The visual of Roman walking down that ramp was something else entirely. This wasn't the cocky, arrogant Roman we've seen in recent months. This was a man on a mission. The look in his eyes told the entire story. He was here for revenge, and nothing was going to stop him. What made this return even more impactful was the timing. We've seen multiple storylines building over the past several weeks involving Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, with the Usos getting caught in the crossfire. The WWE Universe has been waiting for Roman to address not just the attack on him, but the continued harassment of his family members. Roman grabbed a microphone and delivered one of those spine-tingling promos that only he can deliver. He talked about how he built this company on his back, how he carried the weight of being the face of WWE for years, and how certain people seem to have forgotten exactly who runs the show around here. Now let's talk about Bron Breakker, because this man has been on an absolute tear throughout 2025. The son of Rick Steiner and nephew of Scott Steiner has been proving that wrestling excellence runs in his family. His recent alliance with various heel fact irons has made him one of the most dangerous competitors on the entire roster. What makes Breakker so compelling as a performer is his combination of raw power, technical skill, and that Steiner family intensity. When this man gets in the ring, you can feel the energy shift. He doesn't just wrestle matches, he dominates them. In recent weeks, we've seen Breakker involved in multiple high-profile conflicts. Bron Breakker aligned with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman to take out Centimeter Punk and Roman Reigns in previous episodes, showing that he's willing to align himself with anyone who can help him climb the ladder toward championship gold. Tonight's episode showcased exactly why Breakker is considered one of the most promising stars in all of professional wrestling. His match performance was nothing short of spectacular, displaying that perfect blend of power moves and technical wrestling that has made him such a fan favorite, even when he's playing the heel role. But here's where tonight's episode took a dark turn. The attack that followed Roman's return was absolutely vicious. Without giving away too many spoilers for those who haven't watched yet, let me just say that what transpired between Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker was one of the most intense physical confrontations we've seen on Monday Night Raw in months. The psychology behind this attack was brilliant. It wasn't just about settling a score, it was about making a statement. Both men understand what's at stake here. Roman is fighting to reclaim his position at the top of the mountain, while Breakker is trying to establish himself as the new face of ruthless aggression in WWE. What made this sequence even more impactful was the storytelling element. We've seen throughout 2025 how different alliances have formed and crumbled. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed have worked together in the past to dismantle Roman's allies, and tonight we saw the continuation of that brutal campaign. The crowd reaction during this segment was absolutely electric. You could hear the collective gasp when the first big move was delivered, and the energy just built from there. This is what makes WWE's live television so special, these unscripted moments of pure emotion and intensity. This brings us to the bigger picture, Wrestling Zone 1 family. What we witnessed tonight isn't just about one match or one attack, it's about the entire direction of Monday Night Raw heading into the final months of 2025. Roman Reigns' return changes everything. We know that he's been involved in high-profile matches throughout the year, including Roman Reigns and Jey Uso reunite for a wild melee with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed at previous events. The family dynamic with the Usos adds another layer of complexity to these storylines. Speaking of the Usos, the family reunion aspect has been one of the most emotionally compelling parts of this entire saga. Jimmy Uso showed up and reunited with his twin to save the day in previous episodes, and tonight's return of Roman adds another dimension to this family drama. Bron Breakker's positioning in all of this is fascinating from a booking perspective. WWE is clearly investing heavily in his character development, and his feuds with established main event talent like Roman Reigns are only going to elevate his status within the company. The man is learning from the best and proving he belongs in the main event picture. The Paul Heyman factor cannot be ignored either. His role as the master manipulator continues to drive multiple storylines simultaneously. The man who was once Roman's advocate is now playing chess with multiple pieces across the board, and tonight's episode showed us just how deep his influence runs. From a pure wrestling perspective, what we witnessed tonight was a masterclass in sports entertainment storytelling. Both Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker understand their roles perfectly, and the chemistry between them was undeniable. Roman's in-ring psychology has always been one of his strongest attributes. The way he builds drama, sells moves, and connects with the audience is something that can't be taught. It's pure instinct developed over years of main event experience. Tonight, we saw him adapt his style to work with Breakker's more aggressive, power-based approach. Breakker, on the other hand, continues to impress with his athletic ability and ring presence. The man moves like someone half his size while possessing the power to ragdoll opponents twice his experience level. His understanding of when to be aggressive and when to let the drama build shows a wrestling IQ that's well beyond his years in the business. The pacing of tonight's segment was absolutely perfect. It started with the emotional return, built through the confrontation, and culminated in that brutal attack sequence that left the entire WWE universe talking. This is textbook sports entertainment at its finest. Let's talk about that crowd for a minute, because the atmosphere in the arena tonight was absolutely insane. From the moment Roman's music hit, the energy was electric. You could feel it through the television screen. The crowd's investment in this storyline has been building for months, and tonight was the payoff they've been waiting for. The dueling chants, the shocked reactions, the standing ovations, this is what makes WWE's live television experience so special. What I found particularly interesting was how the audience reacted to Bron Breakker throughout the evening. Despite his heel alignment, you could hear portions of the crowd appreciating his athletic ability and presence. This shows that WWE has a real star on their hands, someone who can generate genuine emotional investment regardless of their character alignment. The wrestling world absolutely exploded on social media following tonight's episode. Within minutes of the show ending, Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker were trending worldwide on Twitter. The reaction videos, the memes, the analysis threads, this is the kind of content that gets the entire wrestling community talking. Industry veterans have been praising both performers for their work tonight. The consensus seems to be that this storyline has the potential to be one of the defining feuds of 2025, and based on what we witnessed, I completely agree. What's particularly encouraging is seeing how this storyline is attracting attention from casual fans who might not follow WWE regularly. When you can create moments that transcend the wrestling bubble and get mainstream attention, you know you've struck gold. So where do we go from here, Wrestling Zone 1 family? Tonight's episode has set up what could be an absolutely incredible few months of television leading into WWE's next major pay-per-view events. Roman Reigns is back, and he's clearly not finished with anyone who thought they could write him off. Bron Breakker has proven once again that he's ready for any challenge that comes his way. The collision between these two forces of nature is going to be absolutely must-see television. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed tonight's breakdown, subscribe for more wrestling content every single week, and let me know in the comments what you thought about Roman's return and Breakker's performance tonight. Until next time, Wrestling Zone 1 family, keep watching, keep discussing, and remember that the best in sports entertainment happens right here every single week.